Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to NJPW Puroresu. I am your co-host Andre C. Right over here, it's the moist princess herself. It's Melball. How you doing, Melball?
Oh God.
I
Oh
said it.
God. Oh yowzers. Oh God. Okay. Well, we're starting off the episode that way. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. I do. Okay. Whew, I am doing great. Hey, Andre. I am sorry today. It was a back day. I tried some new stuff I showed you before coming on here. You were like, no freaking way. And I was like, yes way. We do
No
that
freaking
shit.
way. No freaking way.
It's surprisingly easy when you have a lighter weight on, obvious. Just gotta show Rich King. He'll fully endorse it. He'll be like, "Yeah, do it. You're doing it now." I had a
Yeah.
good back day. I watched some great wrestling. I had some chili for dinner. It was fantastic. How are you doing, my friend?
Chili. I'm doing good. Worked today. Came home, ate food, and now I'm here.
Mm. I'm repping my good friend Mia Marshino,
I'm
Cherry Lady.
repping. I'm repping Zack Sabre Jr.
I bet you are. I bet you are.
Oh, yes, I am. We are here to talk the G1 Climax 34 finals, baby. It all comes down to this: Zack Sabre Jr. versus Mel's pick, Yota Tsuji. We both picked this final. How we were both this big of geniuses, I don't understand.
It's kind of natural to us, isn't it? You know, that's what happens when you hang out with a natural. You become a natural good guesser, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know. I this was my final, and I am not disappointed by getting. I thought Yota Tsuji was going to run the table in this tournament and have that undefeated streak going all the way to the finals, and then lose. But that was my prediction for this year.
Mhm.
Mel's was predicting him to win it, and I don't know why, but
Rude. Because think about the marketability. Think of the
yeah,
marketability that you can sit there and say that you have someone who came back from excursion, won the New Japan Cup, won the G1, is like, you know, that's a very credible person to have on top of your company.
mhm.
You know, I thought they could tell a really, really great story with that too. And you know, I love my stories.
Yeah, just like an old lady, you love your stories.
I love hearing them, not telling them.
No, like they love sitting down and watching their stories.
Do they?
My mom does. Watches her like Young and the Restless and Coronation Street. It's her stories. She is over the age of 65. I can call her old now. It's okay.
Oh, poor Mama C.
Well,
Poor Mama C.
it's true though.
I mean, if done properly, though, we could debate that wrestling is essentially a violent soap opera.
Oh, 100%. It is the most violent soap opera there is, other than yeah, it's the most violent soap opera there is.
Sometimes I wish people settled their differences in real life like they did in wrestling.
Oh, just when two guys got a beef at work, they have to like wrestle, and somebody has to hit like a
Set up the
hurricane
ring.
rana. They have to hit a hurricane rana off the top of the like the scaffolding.
Sure, Jeff Hardy, go on with your bad self.
Uh,
I'll
uh,
take other things. Thanks. We're not
we're
here
gonna
to
be
talk about beefs.
We're here to talk about big beefy people. But before we do that, I want to thank each and every one of you guys. If you're listening on A Plus Production, thank you so very much for listening to us in audio form. Please go to the Facebook page, like the Facebook page, subscribe to us on the podcast feeds. We would really appreciate it. And you are watching us on video, whether it's Andre Melball Talk, whether it's a backbreaker video, thank you so very much. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below, share us out to your friends, family, and just all the great people in your life. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we drop a new video.
Ding dong.
Moist. I know that word is going to trigger some people, but I know it's making you laugh because of earlier.
I mean, it's making me laugh because our friend Kat and my friend Alyssa, they're gonna hear this and be like, "Oh no, we use that to describe something very different."
And you need to describe you working out. So
It's because I was sweaty, but I wasn't really sweaty. It was the first word that came to my mind.
let's
Yeah,
get into it. Let's talk some G1 34 finals.
please.
We're gonna talk to the card. We're gonna quickly go through all the undercard matches. We've got a couple that we want to highlight with some stuff that happened. That's setting up the future in professional wrestling in New Japan.
Yeah.
And then we're going to talk the
Yeah.
finals, and we're going to talk all the stuff that came out of it over the last couple of days, and all the announcements for the
Mhm.
fall, and all the awesomeness that is coming in New Japan Pro Wrestling. It kicked off. Sho Makato, Tiger Mask, and Yuji Nagata versus Tenkoji, Hiroyoshi Tenzan, and Satoshi Kojima, and Ryusuke Taguchi. Again, I said this last time that Satoshi Kojima was here. Why does he have the MLW tag title and not the MLW world title?
Why did Blake Christian have the title stripped of him when he was in the middle of a tournament? Like, wrestling doesn't make sense.
No,
It doesn't make sense.
It doesn't. Not at all. Not at all. So yeah. Tiger Mask getting some good offense against Kojima here, the junior heavyweight against. He actually hit a Tiger Bomb to Kojima in this match. I was like,
Yeah.
ooh. Kojima gets a beautiful Koji cutter in here. I was like, yeah, Koji cutter, let's go, baby.
Yeah.
Shobakato getting that Boston Crab on Taguchi, but Tenzan hits him with Mongolian chops to break it up. Taguchi gets a Boston Crab, but Tiger Mask breaks that up, but he ends up getting sent out of the ring by the funky weapon. Taguchi gets the ankle lock, and then he decides to drop some elbows on the ankle, and then puts the ankle lock back on with grapevining the legs, and Shomakato is forced to tap out.
Shomakato also very sassy. Beginning of this one, demanding Tenzan start with him. Also, found that very interesting. Tenzan kicked the holy heckin' piss out of him too for that first little bit. It's great. I'm a little worried about Tenzan. Looking a little. I hate to say it, he's looking a little older. He's
Boy,
not looking like the last time we saw him, and I know people age. It's sad when
well,
I see it.
I thought he looked this way the last time we saw him because he still looked kind of like
He
thinned out
looks
and older.
Yeah, he's looking thinner, he's looking a little grayer. You know, it's nostalgic to watch these wrestlers kinda come into their twilight time too. But it made me a little wispy. Well, holy heckin' crap, did we see the size of Kojima's arms? Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are massive.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I liked, I mean, Taguchi always does tend to use the Boston Crab, but I don't feel like he brings it out a lot unless he is fighting a young lion. And I feel in this respect, it was kind of like he went to the basic to try to maybe put Shoma through the ringer kind of thing, ended up going back to the tried and true ankle lock that he goes to perfection. So good. It was a great opener.
He was fun 6-man, getting to see Kojima, getting to see Tenkoji, getting to see the funky Tenkoji working together. Yeah, the funky
Mhm.
Tenkoji, you know.
I also have to say I love Taguchi's just perpetual, what's the word? Antagonization of anybody. and everybody at any given time. His new merchandise, the Los Ingobernables de Taguchi, or is it Los Taguchi de Japon? That's what I didn't write down what the shirt said.
I think it's Los Taguchi de Japon. I
I
don't
would
think
make
he
more
uses
sense.
Ingobernables in there.
No, no, because that would definitely be, I mean, but like I love it because it's still a rib. He could have worn any shirt that he has in his merchandise, and he loves to just pick that rib on Naito. I love it. Poking the bear, if that was a personification of it right there, that
Yeah,
was, yeah.
yeah. We move on to a singles contest. It is Taichi versus Katsuya Murashima.
Mhm,
Murashima really showing great fire in here. I really think, like, especially working with a vet of Taichi's level. Taichi
mhm,
getting that single leg crab, but not fully stepping over, doing kind of that lion tamer variation and like
mhm.
stomping on the head of Murashima at points.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really liked him doing it there. Murashima getting the scoop slam and the Boston Crab, but Taichi does get to the ropes. The end of this match comes huge axe bomber, dropping Murashima for two. Taichi hits a head kick into the dangerous backdrop for the win, then just immediately rolls out and just leaves to the back. Like, he did not even celebrate. He literally like got the pin, rolled out, and left.
Mhm. And you know what that gave me? Little flashbacks to. Do you remember when Okada did that against Yuya Uemura before his excursion?
So what you're saying is Murashima's about to leave, even though
There's a
he just got
possibility.
here, even though he just got
No,
here.
no, 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 no. But it's something that these guys like to tell a story with. They were telling the story there that Okada was frustrated with Yuya, and Yuya was going through a frustrating period at that time too as a young lion, picking up a lot of losses, both in tags and in singles against his other young lion brethren and against, singles competitions sort of like this. So I like the story that it tells because I felt throughout the match that there was a sense of I don't think superiority is the right word because I don't feel Tai Chi's that kind of attitude, but there was definitely a this is beneath me kind of
Mm,
attitude for me emulating off of Tai Chi in this, which is not something we're typically accustomed to, or at least I don't feel that we are. He tends to be a bit more of a facey character now that he is with Just Five Guys and Sonata constantly coming in and out through the crowd. Um, so yeah, I found it very interesting. This match felt very um I don't want to say completely different, but it felt like we were seeing a different version of Tai Chi in this match against Murashima. And I don't feel that it's going to be something that's going to be a detriment or negative. I think it's actually a positive, meant to kind of bolster Murashima a little bit
mm.
and maybe fight for a second match with Tai Chi in which he can maybe get some more respect out of him at the end.
Very possible. Very
Yeah.
possible. So we move on. Tag team match. It is one half of the IWGP World Tag Team Champions, Mikey Nichols, teaming up with the Soul of PWA champion from Australia, Robbie Eagles. TMDK taking on the United Empire's Francesco Akira and AEW's Konosuke Takeshita. They did a little bit of they say Eagles has faced Akira 5 times in tag team action, has never had a win over him, is what I heard on
Interesting.
commentary. Yeah, Eagles hitting this beautiful tope con hilo to Takeshita on the floor, and literally goes like lands on her and like and then ends up landing over on the other side of the barricade on the tables after he hit him. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah. Little, what's the word? What am I trying to say? Why did it leave as soon ADHD?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 80, it just floats in one ear and you don't get it out like right then, it's gone. I know
It
the
is.
feeling.
Just
I
whoop.
know the feeling. Takeshita at one point launches Eagles across the ring, and Akira comes up with a running drop kick to send Eagles out of the ring. Just great, some great tag team stuff here in this match from non-traditional tag teams. Team DK
Mhm.
hitting this double foot stomp Death Valley driver combo. And even they said on commentary they've been working on that for a couple days now, getting ready for this. So I was like, all right, cool, cool.
Excellent.
Takeshi hits a Blue Thunder bomb, then rolls out of the way as Akira grabs Eagles for speed fire for 2. The end of this match comes. Nickel hits Akira with a big ending, and Robbie hits the Shining Wizard for the win.
Mhm. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little disappointed that United Empire didn't pick up a win on this one. When I say United Empire, like Takeshita and Akira worked surprisingly well. Like I know they've been off and on throughout the tour teaming with United Empire, but this combination of the super tall Takeshita and the power and different kind of moves that he brought in versus that speed, agility, and just whoopity whoopityness of Francesco Akira, it was a really, really good combination. It worked really well. And same could be said with Nichols and Robbie. I mean, the size differential between those two was not as crazy, but they aren't, as you mentioned, a traditional tag team that we see even with TMDK.
Mm-hmm.
But they know each other well enough, they've trained it well enough, and they've been together well enough that they worked surprisingly well together too. This was a really, really fun tag match. I didn't take any notes, I just enjoyed it.
Yeah, I had a lot. I took 5 notes through this entire match. The match was only about just under 10 minutes, but I took 5 notes and then the commentary note. But and
Mhm.
just I thought these two teams worked so well together here. They
Yeah.
just everything flowed so well, and again it was that big power guy mixed with the small, speedy, uh, flying dude. That's what it was,
The
and I
heavy
really
and the
liked it.
junior.
Yeah, very much so.
And I love it too because then you end up with the combinations of the 2. Sometimes it was Nichols versus Akira and Takeshita versus Eagles. Sometimes it was the juniors versus the juniors and the heavies versus the heavies. It was
Mhm.
so good.
Yeah, I very much enjoyed this. So we
Mhm.
move on. It is the Bullet Club. Clark Connors, Drilla Maloney, and Taiji Ishimori, and it is the Bullet Club here because Ishimori is not a war dog technically, so this is just Bullet Club teaming up. Taking even though he's a little scrappy little chihuahua, he is not a war dog. He's just a regular dog.
I mean, maybe they could, like, level him up to, like, legendary status, and then he could reach, like, level 99, and he
Maybe.
could reach War Dog status, maybe? I don't know.
They take on the team of just 5 guys. Doki, Sonata, and Taka Michinoku. And I went, holy crap, you have the former heavyweight champion in this match with against going up against 3 juniors.
I thought the same thing when I looked at this. I was like, "You got 3 juniors against 2 juniors and a heavyweight."
Mhm.
That's a little
Drilla
odd,
though,
but
I think he floats between because that man is huge and holy crap is he tanned.
we discussed this before.
No, we're not. The man is naturally he's not white and he has a darker skin tone,
Mhm,
but
mhm.
he was much, much, much darker than normal.
Would you say he was Tiger Mask?
I would say he was Tiger Mask plus Hamna put together.
What a shade.
Yeah.
Oh, lordy. But arguably though, I mean, Clark Connors, he's still a hefty boy. That's a strong man. And Taiji Ishimori, also very, very strong man. Any one of these guys could take it to Sonata. No problem. There's a reason why these two guys, IWGP Junior champions.
Yeah. Sonata getting the Paradise Lock on Drilla at one point, but he doesn't leave it locked in as long as he used to. And it kind of disappoints me.
Yeah, he didn't cater to like he played to the crowd a little bit, but not too much.
Maybe a few seconds, but
Mhm,
not like he used to.
mhm,
Connors and Drilla repeatedly taking Doki and Sanada out of the corner. Every time Taka's trying to tag out it in this match, I was like,
mhm.
okay. And then so he fights back, gets a just face lock on Connors, and then gets the like a head scissors on Drilla, both at the same time. And Ishimori has to make the save to break it up. I like that.
Yeah, yeah, worked very well together, these guys.
Yeah, Doki hitting a nice tope suicida to Ishimori on the floor, and Sonata hits a plancha to Drilla and Connors at the same time.
Mhm.
Taking those two out. So Taka brings so Doki sends Ishimori back in with Taka. Taka hits a jumping kick to the head, goes for the Zack driver, but Ishimori reverses into the bloody cross for the win.
Yeah, what a match. The
Mm-hmm.
tension that Ishimori and Doki are building in this match for their showdown is great
Oh,
because
I can't wait.
Ishimori is not someone who's particularly overly expressive like his two
No.
counterparts in this one, but he does tend to play off of whoever he is paired up with. So we did see not a ton more expression in this one, but we did see some expression than when he, for example, is teaming with Chase and Kenta.
He was
So
barking.
with that, yeah, they always do the barking now. It's very interesting.
He barked with them, so
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, and same with the next match too. We saw
yeah.
more work.
So before we
Um,
go
I'm
go
not
ahead.
yeah, I wasn't done yet.
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Um, when Just Five Guys first came out, that stare down between Doki and Ishimori was just it was so good. And what I love about this whole thing is, again, as I mentioned, Ishimori not particularly animated. Half, two-thirds, arguably, of Doki's face is covered, and he still has more personality than Sonata, who's wearing significantly less than him overall. It's baffling. But they were creating this tension. They
Mm.
have these other things that they do that create this subtle tension and
Yeah.
gives them something the crowd something to kinda feed off of. I'm excited for this. I'm excited for this showdown, and I wouldn't think I would because, again, as much as I love Ishimori, the lack of animation kind of makes him fall flat sometimes for me, despite that incredible in-ring talent. And Doki, sometimes he's not trying to be in front of everybody. He's kind of hanging back. He's being wallflower on purpose to try to give other people more attention.
Mhm.
That they are having this effortless confrontation without doing or saying anything has it was perfect for me.
Yeah. Again, I think these two teams, like, as much as they have faced off, it always seems fresh in the way they combo everything up. And
Mhm.
I also noticed when they came out, Doki came out first, and then Taka, and then Sonata last. But when they kind of all stood together in the entranceway, Doki in the center. Do we have a changing of the leader of Just Five Guys? Is Doki gonna be like pushing Sonata down, saying, "I'm better than you. I have a title, you jerk."
I was gonna say, isn't he the only one in the faction that has a title right now? It
Hmm.
it would Mhm. Yeah, no, it would make sense that he would be in front of everybody, kinda leading everybody to the ring in that because his feud is gonna be what's taking center stage right now above the other 4 guys.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Again, I had fun with this match. Again, it was just fun to
Same.
see everybody flying around and just doing everything they do so well. So
Mhm.
we saw G
I'm
flip in here.
excited that the Ye I'm so excited that the War Dogs are back. I've been missing them.
Heck yeah. We move on. More War Dogs. We got Bishamon and Hiroki Goto and Yoshihashi teaming up with Tomoaki Hanma, the king of the Kokeshi, taking on the Bullet Club War Dogs, David Finley, Gabe Kidd, and Jake Lee with Gato. I do need to make this point. in the shows on the road to destruction or whatever. Yeah, the road to destruction in Kobe. Gabe Kidd and Jake Lee will be tagging in some matches. Do you know what their tag name is? Just take a guess.
Okay, so hold on. This is going to take a little bit of deduction. Jake Lee is a smart bastard. Gabe Kidd is war ready. Smart war, smart ready, war ready.
Not
Smart
even
war. I
close.
don't know. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Mad Bastards.
Yeah? Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah. I would say so. Yeah.
I
Go on
love
with
it.
your bad selves.
I love it. Yoshihashi cutting his hair a little shorter, all blonded out and looking a little bit kind of like Hanma here.
He not quite as tan, but yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I like the fresh look on him though. I
yeah,
like the new do. It's something different. It's not this picture.
yeah, yeah.
It's fresh, it's clean, it's nice.
Kid, just the strikes he's throwing in this match were just insane.
Ooh.
Just smacking everybody around in this match. Even the
Mhm.
hard head of Hanma, he's smacking the crap out of his head. Yeah, just some great stuff here. He hits this great hard forearm strike into the Jake Lee backdrop for a 2 count. Just on Hanma, dude, that was great. It's a great little combo showing they're already starting to build tag moves. Let's go. Hanma rocket Kokeshi to Lee at one point. Um, Bishamon double teaming Finley. They hit that Russian leg sweep headhunter combo, and Hanma comes in with a Kokeshi to Finley. Great little spot there. Go in this match. Goto fights off the double team into the Ushigaroshi on Gabe Kidd, and then the inverted GTR and the Goto bomber. Finley ends up reversing a suplex to hit into Oblivion. Trash Panda into Oblivion on Goto. Finley brawls with Yoshihashi, hits into Trash Panda into Oblivion on him. Yoshihashi stops a powerbomb, then stops another attempt, running Finley into the corner, and then hits him with the crucifix driver for the win. Yoshihashi pinning our global heavyweight champion, and Yoshi getting into the face of Finley after the match, indicating he wants a shot at the global title. Next global champion, Yoshihashi.
Bruh.
He'd finally have his singles title.
But not like this. Not like this. Finley has gone through enough with that title. We not no. No. With the whole Nick Nemeth thing, with the whole Tanahashi thing, no. Just as a fan, no. No. Are you Delulu in your Kaflulu there, sir?
Come on, you want Yoshihashi to win his singles title before he has to retire? Come on.
As much as I want a hole in the head,
You have 1, 2, 3, 4. You have 5
a
holes in your head.
non-functional hole in the head. My goodness. Gabe Kidd
Uh,
not happy after the loss on this one, and understandable because it was a little shocking for me because I'm not gonna lie, when I looked at this team formation of War Dogs, I went, ooh, because look what they're facing. Yes, they're facing Bishamon. Yes, Bishamon is a strong, amazing tag team, but it's that joyous little bubbly Pokemon Pikachu thingy in the back there and Tamawaki Hamna that you just want that I was like, oh no, he's gonna get destroyed by these guys. I wasn't expecting a Yoshihashi win on this.
no.
This shocked me. So yeah, I mean, is it gonna be a great match? Absolutely, because one-on-one matches, especially lately, Yoshihashi's been in perpetual G1 mode.
Mm,
But I don't want to see Finley lose this title yet. I feel like there's still a lot that he could do with it, not just in Japan, but on a global scale, based on the name of the title.
Mm.
That I don't feel that Yoshihashi is capable of reaching in the same way. Does that make
Come
sense?
on. He's Yoshihashi. Yoshihashi is world. He's the loose explosion of the world. Come on.
The AEW crowd barely knew who Mina Shirakawa was when she showed up the first time. I don't think they'll
He's
know who Yoshihashi is.
everybody's favorite loose explosion. Come on. You will never live that name down as long as he wrestles.
No.
8-man tag action. Or no, 10-man tag action. Sorry.
Yeah, I was
10-man
going to say
tag
there's 10 there,
action.
isn't there?
I thought I couldn't see Bolton. Oh, he's so
The
white.
biggest man on the damn team.
But
He
it's
is pretty
all
white, though.
yeah, but he's so like
Tanahashi.
yeah, but
It looks
he's so
like his
blonde.
head is sticking out of a giant pile of goose feathers.
It is. If we have Bebop tag team, Hiroshi Tanahashi and Toriyama with their 6-man tag partner, Bolton Oleg, teaming up with El Fantasma and the Shooter, Shota Umino, with Jado in their corner, taking on House of Torture's Evil, Red Narita, Show, Yoshinobu Kanemaru, and Yujiro Takahashi with Dick Togo in their corner. 12 people. Umino and ELP come out of through the crowd. Then Yana, El Presidente, and Bolton all join the through the crowd. Tana having a blast, just running up and down through the crowd, having a great time. Umino posing with some baby.
I'm not gonna lie though, I cackled a little bit when Bolton walked in because it was nothing, and then just suddenly all I could see was the fur hat. I was just like, "Who is that? Oh, it's Bolton." Yes.
I got the greatest shot.
Great.
I put a dead center of our last thumbnail. Him with the hat on, just going.
Yes.
Oh, I
Yes.
love it.
So good.
My new favorite
So
picture of
good.
Bolton Oleg. ELP is offered a House of Torture shirt by Evil. So he slides out of the ring and pretty much spends the match on the outside contemplating, conflicted. It was like, should he join House of Torture after the shenanigans from the last night, and him thinking that Jado kind of screwed him, and the House of Torture trying to mess with him, so he doesn't know what's going on quite right now.
Mm-hmm.
So again, House Torture doing House Torture things. They come in, they're gang beating everybody, they're doing things. Bolton comes in, takes out House of Torture at one point. He gets that Bolton shake to Ren Narita as he goes to fight Yujiro. Yujiro. Yeah, that Bolton shake looked great. Yujiro fighting his hand, but Bolton gets a drop kick to him. Tana is fighting with Evil for a bit. House of Torture all in, taking out Hontei. ELP eventually makes the save, hits sudden death to Dick Togo, who got into this match. But Narita comes in, hits him from behind with the never openweight championship, but then tosses it to Tanahashi. And ELP thinks Tanahashi hit him with the title, and he's just PO'd. And then Togo hits Tana with a pedigree, goes to, or is it, no, Togo, not Togo.
What?
Not Togo didn't hit the pedigree. Who hit the pedigree? Yeah, Togo hits the pedigree and hits a senton off the top, and Evil slides in to get the pin on somebody for the win. And right who? Yeah. It was like Togo's done this match, but no, Togo came in and hit those last couple of moves for Evil.
Wasn't it ELP?
No, ELP was like just kind of standing there, like.
Oh right, it was Tanahashi because ELP could have made the save and he didn't.
Yeah. So but ELP just decided not to make the save. So ELP is given a chair by House Torture to hit him, but Jado coming in, it's like, no, he's your friend, don't do it. And then ELP drops a chair, hugs Jado. House Torture then jump them and beat them down. Narita hits Jado. And then ELP both with the push-up bar. Evil calls him worthless. They pose. All standing with a foot on ELP and then stomp them some more until the Young Lions come in to run them off.
This was like, despite the shenanigans, minus the shenanigans, the story that was told in this match was actually really, really well done by both factions and all members involved. Show wasn't too stupid and over the top. Like, this was actually a very surprisingly palatable version of House of Torture despite all the shenanigans. They've been taking some lessons from their superiors over at Stardom in hate. Thank Christ. Yeah, I just gotta also just randomly shout out Yoshinobu Kanemaru looking freaking jacked. His arms were massive, and the trap separation was huge. He's looking huge. He's looking like Show. At one point, I was like, "Is that Show?" Oh no, that's Kanemaru. I was shocked. Yeah. Yeah, as I mentioned, it was odd. House of Torture did amazing in this match. I was super, super happy with how they performed. Like, despite getting a win, which I didn't think they deserved anyway, the story really did make this match and everything kind of worth all of it. Man, am I in ELP's corner now, though. Like, he has been doing some solid work this G1 and now going forward, with this kind of, did his teammates attack him? Did they not? I love the angle that it's creating. The only thing that I think could have made this segment better and what I thought that they were actually setting up for was someone to run in and save ELP. Like, besides the Young Lions, like, I thought this was going to be like a music hits, oh my god, this person's running in and obliterates House of Torture, and oh my god, ELP, yay. I felt like that was an opportunity kind of missed there because no one wants to hear from House of Torture because they don't have anything credible to be yippity yappity about. They don't have any gold. They don't have any titles. They lost everything. They kind of have to start bickety barking like their war dog buddies and maybe see if they can start to find themselves in more situations and opportunities for gold.
Yeah, maybe they should start like mooing or oinking instead of, and just maybe that could be their thing instead of barking.
Am you sure? Imagine Yujiro just walking in there,
or just like rolling on like oink, 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 oink. I would laugh so hard.
and then wearing little pig noses on top of their.
We move on. 8-man tag matches. LIJ's Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi. Oh, sorry. Bushi, Hiromu Takahashi, Shingo Takagi, and Tetsuya Naito. Naito matches it all up.
He does. It's like if they had switched Yota Tsuji and Naito, this would work better for you. But unfortunately, Tsuji was just better.
Teton also screws it up too. I can go, but I
no,
at least go.
You do the E in the middle. Yeah, exactly. It's in the middle.
Tetsuya Naito. The better Naito.
Sure.
Sorry, Tetsuya Naito. There's an I in there. Versus the United Empire's Callum Newman, Great Okan, Hanare, and Jeff Cobb. Bushi trying to do stuff to Cobb at the start of this match, but just bouncing off of Cobb every time he did something. It was so funny. I laughed so hard at that. So good. Cobb fighting with Naito, getting the Mongolians, hits a straight right, sending Naito in the corner, and then sits on his head, just being a dick. I love it. Hiromu taking it to Hanare, but Hanare's like kind of seems unfazed at first. Hits a headbutt, more strikes. Hanare drops him with a kick. Hiromu gets a Rana though, taking him down. Hits a seated drop kick. Hanare gets that Berserker bomb for 2. Bushi stops the Ultima, and this is where everybody's coming in, hitting a move to each other. So, like, one person comes in, takes the other person on the move, and then another person comes in, take all that crazy shit. And then Bushi hits the Bushi to everyone on the floor. At the end of this match, Hanare taking out Hiromu with strikes and kicks, hits that native knee in the corner, but as he goes for what looked like a bulldog out of the corner, he pulls him out of the corner, goes for Streets of Rage, but Hiromu cradles him into the, I'm going to call it the and the announcer said there's no name for that pin, so it's now the Hiromu roll, and he gets the win, pinning Henare. So after the match, Henari's like stunned.
Well, hold on. Not even just pinning Henare. He held him even after the bell had rung,
like,
after the music had started. And he's kicking. Henare's just trying to get out of it. Hiromu refused to let him go. He had him for probably at least a 6 or 7 count.
yeah, like that was more than what Big E was doing when he was doing his 5 count matches. When he was in NXT, he was winning all his matches with the 5 count instead of the 3 count. And yeah, he was like had a 6 or 7 count there.
Yeah. He had him freaking pinned up there really good. I wonder if it was a size thing. Because again, Hiromu is a smaller guy in comparison to Henare. We had noticed with Shingo versus Zack Sabre Jr., same thing. It was a little harder for Zack Sabre Jr. to escape because he's a little bit more compact facing a smaller individual. I wonder if Henare wasn't quite prepared for the stature of Hiromu Takahashi.
He better get prepared because he's stunned at the match. And the announcer saying Hiromu is now the number 1 contender by pinning the champion in this 8-man tag. And he actually grabs the belt, and Henari's pissed. And then Khan and Naito are having a stare down on the outside, and we're going to talk about what's coming out of that too. Oh Jesus, I'm excited for this fall for professional wrestling in Japan because it's going to be a lot. I think we're going to do just a combo show of all the main events from like the 5 nights.
Well, yeah, there's definitely the animosity between Khan and Naito after. Didn't Naito throw his shirt? He threw a Khan shirt at him?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were in a stare down on the outside. It was a great little spot.
Lots of stories told in this show. I love it.
Yeah. Going on to the main event of the evening, Masahiro Chono, the original winner of the G1 Climax back in 1991. Yeah, 1991 was the first G1 Climax. He won that. Yeah, 34. Because it's 2024. That makes sense that it happened in 91. So the numbers make sense. The numbers line up.
Good. I was 7.
I was 4. Yeah, it's 4. It wasn't even 4 yet because I wouldn't turn 4 until like the end of till August 10th. Yeah, I talked about my birthday again, but yeah, I got one more in. Damn, I don't even think I think that tournament took place. I was 3 when that tournament took place. I was 3 turning 4 years old. It's nuts. So he joins Mr. Hiroshi Tenzan on the Japanese commentary team for the main event, the G1 Climax 34 final. It is the front man, Zack Sabre Jr. with Kosei Fujita, Mikey Nichols, and Robbie Eagles all at ringside to take on Yota Tsuji from LIJ. This was good. Tsuji using the power and size early on here. Trying to transition, working his G1. They did say Tsuji has wrestled an hour more than Sabre in this G1, saying he's the marathon man of this tournament. But to me, that just means you had to work so much harder than Zack Sabre. I mean, Zack Sabre Jr. is better than you because he could finish his matches faster. In his 7-2 record, he finished all of his matches in faster time, which makes him better than Tsuji.
I don't know if it makes him better, but it certainly makes him quicker. I don't know, if we're not going to debate that topic on here about speed and time and continuum and stuff. It's a hard. We'll say that that's a hard fact to debate against. If you can finish your matches off quicker, just your matches though.
I love Sabre's like on his name. It's a bunch of Japanese symbols and then Junior at the end, and then the JR with the period at the end. I'm just like, okay. I
There's
guess
some
I don't.
things that they don't have over there. I don't know if having like a junior senior kind of thing is something that they're privy to over there.
So there's no Yota Tsuji Jr. He's not Yota Tsuji Jr.
No.
All
Well,
right.
because that would wouldn't his brother also need to be Yota Tsuji Jr.?
No, he could
That
be.
would that would
He could
seem
be
very
Fred Tsuji for all I
rude
care.
to name one of the boys after the father and not the other one.
Oh, I've seen it. I've seen it. I've known multiple twins in my life where one's named after their father and the other is not. It'd be weird if they both have the same name.
Well, yeah, but also why make give the other one the trauma of having the same name as his father?
I have the same name as my father. Well, my first name, anyways. So,
We'll have to discuss this after. We're gonna get into a philosophical conversation that will take us down a rabbit hole of not wrestling.
yeah. So Suji taking a page out of Hanare's book and using those liver shots in this match. I was like,
Mhm.
oh, he got a liver shot at one point. He gets a scoop slam and the salmon splash for 2. Then goes right into the body scissors to work over the midsection and abdominal. And Sabre has to like roll them into the ropes to get out of it because those he had the body scissors on tight.
What
Um,
was the muscles that they were bothering?
the abdominal.
No, no, Chris Charlton kept saying it over the G1. What was it? I don't wanna say the wrong thing and sound like an idiot, but he was saying it because Callum said it. He said it to Callum, and he's like, "The what?" Walker Stewart, sorry, Walker Stewart was saying it. I don't meta
The
something?
abdominal wall. I don't know.
Meta something? I don't know. It was a rib cage issue.
Okay. Um, sure. If you know what they're talking about, put it in. If you know what she's talking about, put it in the comments.
I know I heard it.
Metacarpal?
Maybe that's the word. That's what I was thinking it was, but I didn't want to say the wrong thing because
That's
I'm like,
in your
carpal.
knee.
No, I don't
The
know,
MCL,
Desi.
metacarpal ligament. That's your near knee.
I didn't wanna say it because I didn't know, so there you go.
Okay. Okay.
Then you made
There's
me say it anyway.
so they're smashing into each other at one point with lariats. And
Oh,
they're not, and
no.
Saber is not dropping. Suji hits a super kick and a lariat for 2. Suji then hits another lariat and then hits the Falcon Arrow driver for 2. Then follows up with a beautiful curb stomp. Um, Saber pulling it flying arm, and I'm just jumping through spots. Nothing is in order here. Sabre pulls a flying armbar out of nowhere, gets that arm straight, but Tsuji has to scramble and get the foot on the rope so his arm doesn't get too damaged. There's a spot where they're trading strikes at center. Sabre's unloading European uppercuts, but Tsuji hits that liver punch and hits the 17 crosses. Which is a slant this move he does, and he gets a 2 count. He follows it with a curb stomp, then hits a Marlowe crash, but Sabre barely kicks out at 2.9, just barely. He ends up and then so Tsuji goes for a Gene Blaster. He ends up catching the arm into a Fujiwara armbar, then into the triangle. But Tsuji lifts and slams him, hits the knee to the face, and then a running knee. But he can only get 2. Saber recovers, starts unloading slaps, but Tsuji hits a headbutt. He gets him on his shoulders, climbs to the top, and hits a super 17 crosses, but it can only get 2 again. Saber stopping the deadbolt, unloading strikes, goes for Zack Driver, but Tsuji slips and hits a Zack Driver of his own, which they incorrectly called a Tsuji Driver. No, it's called a Zack Driver, sir. There, Mr. Walker Stewart. It's a Zack Driver.
What did we discuss about this earlier in the summer, sir? About
It's a Zack
moves
Driver.
being done by people, by individuals,
When the originator is
unless the
the Zack
person
Driver,
wants it called that Callum wants it called the Oz cutter. Other people don't want it called the cutter. Some people want it called an RKO. You know, we call Dalton Rogue's cutter the Rogue cutter. If he wants to have it be his thing, it's his thing. Let him do his thing.
No.
Yeah, don't be so
Taka
discouraged.
renamed it the Zack Driver. It's a Zack Driver. He was the man that created the move. That is the man that defaults to everything. I will argue that point. I will argue that move forever. Any other move, I don't care.
Okie dokie.
Dude, I call
It
the
was
exact same.
intercostals, by the way.
Oh,
Not meta. Intercostal. I had the costal part right. You doofy.
I'm down with that. Intercostal, sure. I don't know what it is. The Gene Blast.
Intercostal muscles are the rib muscles, dude. The muscles in between your ribs that keep you breathing properly.
I didn't know I had muscles in between my ribs. I just assumed it was ribs around my lungs or something. I don't know. And I thought there was like muscles on top, like man boobies. That's muscle technically with a bunch of fat on top. So I don't know anything about my body. Okay. The Gene Blaster gets sidestepped into the Euro Clutch, or if you want to call it an O'Connor roll, it's the same thing. But he only gets 2, and then he gets Sabre gets a figure 4 pin for 2. Then he hits a PK. He goes for the Zack Driver. It's reversed into a stunner. Sabre pulls a triangle off of the Gene Blaster, starts tying up the arms in his legs, then gets up, then crosses the legs, pulls back, takes one of his legs with the other one of them's holding both arms, hooks his leg around Tsuji's legs. Tsuji cannot move. He cannot go anywhere. And he is forced to submit to your winner of the G1, my pick, Zack Sabre Jr.
And what a story they told with that whole thing. It's nice, though, that both of us get bragging rights, that both of our favorites have won major tournaments in this company this year.
And I love Charlton. It's come home. It's come home.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's been saying every show he's been on. It's coming home to England. Like it's coming.
Mhm.
But he's just yelling. It's coming home. It was like, yeah, so good.
What a fun moment. What a
Oh yeah.
great moment for these guys. And there was that nice little show of respect afterwards. They had their little nod. Zack Sabre Jr. clapping for Tsuji as he exited. It was a
Mhm.
nice little thing. This was another one I didn't take any note because I knew you would take the notes. But also, I just wanted to watch and enjoy this one.
I watched this twice.
I mean,
I
and
watched
that doesn't surprise me.
I watched it to watch it, and then I watched it to take notes. So I took a
It's fair.
bunch of notes because I knew a lot of what was coming as the match was going. I'm like, oh yeah, this happened here,
Mhm.
and this. So I took a lot of notes, and then I just selected out stuff I really want to talk about. There were some great spots that I didn't get to talk about.
Yeah, this match was insane, and it was very long. Very
31.
long.
I got the time here. 31 minutes 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, we know what the last 3 seconds were.
1, 2, 3. No, it wasn't even a 1, 2, 3. It was I give up
Yeah, yeah.
in Japanese.
Whatever it is, probably still yes,
Mhm.
or the head nod because the head nod was going.
Mhm.
Yeah. Crazy.
Oh, dude, this was such a good
Such a
match.
sweet celebration after too.
Oh, so yeah, I've got info for that. So
Go,
he's
go.
celebrating. His boys are in there. His boys all come in to celebrate with him. He gets the mic. He says some thank yous to people, and he does pretty much he does all of it in Japanese, except for I fucking did it.
Yeah, yeah. Fair,
Yelled
fair.
that, and then he proceeds to say, January 4th is very far away, and I fell in love with Ryogoku. And the next time we're here is Camp Pro Wrestling, and I'm challenging for the championship in Ryogoku at King of Pro Wrestling. Yeah. He's not waiting. He's not waiting till January. He's going to roll into January as champion, baby. He's going into Wrestle Kingdom as champion because but he celebrates, and it's celebrating with the boys in the ring. He gets the trophy, and he goes into the crowd, celebrating with the people that have embraced him. He loves it. The crowd loves it. So good, so good. And then in backstage comments, he confirmed, "I am challenging for the title at King of Pro Wrestling on October 14th." But then he said, once I win, he will have he will defend the title for his first time 6 days later at Royal Quest 4 in England.
I mean, now he has to win. Because now I want to see that. Because then who's he going to face in Royal Quest? Hello? Yes, please.
Maybe
Like,
the title rematch goes like 6 days later, or
I
whoever,
mean,
or maybe Naito.
I would personally like to see what the UK has to offer at that point. If he's going over there, sure. I don't know who that is. I know that name. We saw him last time, didn't we?
Yeah, he's the Rev Pro. He's the current Rev Pro champion.
Is he the guy who faced Osprey last time?
He has faced Osprey multiple times on Rev Pro shows. He was actually, I think he was Osprey's final indie date before he went to AEW, because he wrapped up with New Japan, went to England, did Rev Pro, and then went to AEW.
I know the name. I know the name, and I know I've seen him. I just gotta make the connection.
You've seen him on there. He was on the last couple of Royal Quest shows. Oh yeah, you've seen him. You've seen him.
Yeah. So maybe I'd like to see, like, as cool as it would be to see a rematch there, I'd like to see what the UK has to offer. I mean, it says his home anyway, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who better to take on that crowd? It'd be great.
Drilla Maloney.
I mean, I just want to see that in general because I want to see Drilla.
Well, Drilla is going to be there because they're already advertising him and Gabe Kidd for a meet and greet the day before.
Yes, I saw that. Yes.
So he will
I'm
be
excited
there.
about that. You know what I was disappointed with, though, that we didn't see Drilla and Connors on Forbidden Door. They certainly were wanting to be.
Mm-hmm. They were talking
But I
about it.
guess if we send our champions over there, they'd kind of be obligated to let them win, though, wouldn't they?
And AEW doesn't like to lose. Come on.
I know. That's probably why they weren't over there.
So quickly, we're going to talk about the fall. What is coming up for New Japan? Because the next day, they announced a bunch of stuff on Monday the 19th. A bunch of stuff early in the morning for us, but later in the day for them. So I'm not going to go in order. I'm going to go with the biggest thing first here. Oh, no, sorry. That's the biggest thing right there. Yeah, you celebrating. That wasn't what I meant. I apologize. This right here, Destruction in Kobe, September 29th. The Great Okan is getting a shot at Tetsuya Naito for the World Championship. Let's go. I'm ready to see this match. They had a great match in the G1 for Khan to
I agree.
into the semifinals. I can't wait to see them go again. And then they announced officially that it will be the winner of that match versus Sabre on October 14th, King of Pro Wrestling 2024. We knew that. We talked about that already. So yeah, that's huge. And then again, he said Royal Quest 4. He will defend the title there if he wins on the 14th, or said when he wins on the 14th is what Sabre said. But yeah. Which I'm very much looking forward to watching. Because those shows every year have been really good. Getting to see a lot of great talent mixed in with the New Japan guys. I very much enjoy that.
Oh, very, very much so. Yes.
Yeah.
Wasn't that where we saw the first kind of tournament matches, round robin matches for the IWGP Women's Championship, where we were introduced to
Jesse Gabbert was there.
Super cool.
I remember seeing FTR versus Aussie Open for the first time on a Royal Quest show, which was an amazing match.
Yes.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about the rest of the Destruction Tour this September on the 7th. We have the Shingo Takagi anniversary show. I have 2 matches to talk about here. I forgot. Yeah, I forgot to write this information down. Give me 1 second. We have a new member of the United Empire. Ooh. Everybody oohing right now. It's big. We have TMDK's Zack Sabre Jr. and Kosei Fujita taking on the United Empire's Great Okan and Jacob Austin Young. From the United States, he will be joining the United Empire as their new member. So even though I think he's 30 or 31 years old, I want to say. So yeah.
I was gonna say he kind of almost looked like I can't remember the bearded one on FTR. Not the bald one.
That's Dax. Dawson.
There you go.
Looks whatever like the hell his name. Dash. Dawson was.
There you go.
Dash. Yeah, Dash.
He looks kind of like him. It gives me him vibes. If he's as good as him, I'll be very, very happy.
Yeah. And then also on that show, in the main event of the Shingo Takagi 20th anniversary show, will be Shingo Takagi. Yes, you're right. I did say it. Shingo Takagi and Bushi teaming up with to be announced to face off against Tetsuya Naito, Yota Tsuji, and Hiromu Takahashi. Yeah. Because Teton's not listed for any of the tour. Because you think Teton would be the other guy, right? Because he's the other member of LNJ.
So from that, we can be assured that it's not a member of CMLL then.
I have a feeling it's going to be somebody from DDT. Or not DDT, Dragon Gate. Because that's where Shingo was for majority of his career.
Yeah.
So, and there is a Dragon Gate young guy in the opener, teaming up with one of the Young Lions. So I have a feeling.
Right. Yes, I did see that.
Yeah. So I feel like there's going to be another Dragon Gate person to come in here to team with Bushi and Shingo. I just don't know. We don't know who it is, but.
You know who I'd love? Oh no, never mind. That's the wrong organization. Never mind.
You're thinking Japanese Caillou from DDT, aren't you?
No, I was gonna say Uiwa.
Oh yeah, he's in Noah.
Oh, that poor man.
And then on the 8th, World Television Championship time. It is Yota Tsuji challenging Jeff Cobb. Let's go. This is going to be great. Great.
I was going to say, go on over there, Tony. What's your name?
And then on the 9th, we are getting, for the Never Openweight Championship, it is Hinata defending against Hiromu Takahashi. Yeah, let's go. This match is going to be killer. And then on the 11th in Sendai, we've got the IWGP Junior Heavyweight Championship, Doki taking on Taiji Ishimori. Let's go. Yes. I'm so excited for this one.
Yes. Doki choki.
Mm-hmm. There'll be a few.
Doki choki, Andre.
Maybe they'll bring him over for the match. Maybe they'll fly him in just for this one match. Bring Gino in.
Have you seen how Gino is looking lately? Jack Gino.
And then on the 14th, Never Openweight 6-man championship match. It is Team El Presidente, Hiroshi Tanahashi, Toriano, and Bolton Oleg taking on House of Torture's Evil, Yujiro Takahashi, and Dick Togo.
Yeah. What? You have such... Okay, I need to retract something I said earlier. I said all the members of House of Torture are great independently. Some are better than others. And this is definitely not what I would consider the strongest combination of these members. I'm very sorry. I would say this is the weakest. The only dominant force you have in there is evil. Dick is a great wingman. I feel like he's kind of like a manager who should probably take a more Gato role as opposed to being put in these positions. I don't feel that like if you want to actually have a great match, I feel that this should be Evil Kanemaru and Ren Narita. You
That's
want to
what I was
have a
gonna
great
say.
match.
Or you could
Yeah,
flip
this is going to
Kanemaru
be
for.
weird.
I think you could flip Kanemaru for show if you want, because that's. I think those.
No, 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 no.
No.
I want to see Sho go back after that junior title now. I don't want to see him win it. I want to see him go after it though. Yeah. I know you don't like Sho, but he's a
Oh, I
great
love
in-ring
Show.
wrestler.
I think he's great. I just don't like the current character of Show.
No, I don't either, but let's hope that based on the, we'll say, tameness that we saw of his re-debut, his coming back, if you will, that means that he's going to be that little bit tamer.
That Show. I mean, just
Oh, okay. I'm like, what you doing over there,
that's
Crouching
my
Tiger?
impression. That's my impression of Show.
He's he's excessive. He's over the top. You know, you tell him give you 10, he gives you 100. And in some situations that can be good, but in his situation it is not. No, I would like to see him do other things right now. I would think that if you wanted to have a solid match against someone like Yano, like Bolton, you would put in Narita and Kanemaru.
Hmm?
That's weird. I'm it's gonna be a pass for me.
And then your semi-main event for Destruction in Kobe on September 29th. It is the Loose Explosion. Take it, Yoshihashi taking on your global heavyweight champion, David Finlay. Okay.
New Japan, can we discuss your graphics? My guys. Okay, first of all, David Finlay looks like my paralysis demon, just screaming out of my closet in the middle of the night. Which, if that's the vibe we're going for, that ultimate evil, I mean, go on. Works. Yoshihashi looking like you freaking caught him off guard in the bathroom. Like,
Like he's literally standing there taking a piss, and he just looked over like, "What are you doing?"
and realizes you have your camera out, and he raised his eyebrow. You're like, what?
I'm the Rock. He's raising an eyebrow. He's the Rock. He's the loose.
Man.
He is the loose Rock.
You know that this is going to be a banger match, though, especially if we get that G1 Yoshihashi, who's been G1ing since 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Hope that's the case.
Yeah.
I do also hope that Finlay retains, though.
Yoshihashi getting his first singles title ever.
No.
Yeah.
No one needs to see that. We don't need to see that. We
We
need to see
all
his
deserve.
eyebrows, is what we need to see.
We all deserve to see Yoshihashi hoist that global heavyweight championship.
We did yesterday.
No.
That's good enough.
Officially, as the
No.
champion.
You said what you said.
He's gonna win. I'm calling it right now. I called Sabre. I'm calling Yoshihashi.
No, you get one a year, my guy. One a year. You got your big win. You're good.
No.
No,
Yoshihashi for global champion. Let's go.
no.
Yep.
God's no.
Well, we have
No,
come to the end. We have come to the end of another episode of NJPW Puroresu. You can. Nah, it's all. Whoa! Oh God! Camera started like freezing. Oh, I shouldn't do that.
no, you shouldn't.
I was just making sounds, and then I'd see her camera start freezing. That means mine's probably freezing to her. Oh, that's not good. You can find me on the X at that Canada Guy, TikTok, Instagram, and Threads at that Canada Dude. You can find me on Facebook at Andre Melball Wrestling Talk, and our YouTube page, youtube.com/at Andre Melball Wrestling Talk. You can also find us in audio form, A Plus Productions. Go check out the Facebook page. You can find the links from there to get into our audio feeds, get them into your podcast catcher of choice, and listen up to everything we've got going, everything that the Steve Swiss dropping, everything Boris is dropping, everything Matt is dropping. There'll be lots of great content. There's a wrestling feed, then there'll be a sports feed, and there will be an entertainment feed. Check all of it out. I want to say thank you to our partners over at our local establishment for being so supportive of us and being our friends. Thank you so much. You can check out Melball's interview with Mark Talks this past weekend, where she had to talk all about herself. And you can find mine the week from the Monday before, and you can find Asher's from the Saturday before that. So lots and lots and lots of stuff. Mark has another one this coming Saturday. It all comes to a head as the immovable object, old Ed, takes on the incredible force of Mark Talks Wrestling as they face off one-on-one interview style. Who will come out victorious? Who will be the dominant force in this match? I'm trying to sell it, man.
I like it.
So check all that out check out that this Saturday at 5 p.m. Eastern time on our local establishment. You can also find us at Backbreaker Video. These guys are right here. YouTube.com/at Backbreaker Video. My brain froze there. Where you can find all of our stuff that Mike simulcast, plus a lot of other great wrestling stuff over there, including Asher Bizarro's content is also simulcasted over there. You can also find Mike's AEW watch-alongs, which you can watch live every Wednesday, Saturday, and pay-per-view Sunday, where he's watching all the AEW content. Watch him this coming Sunday, 9 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. You can find him hanging out, watching All In from 0 hour beginning all the way to the end. Oh yeah, and lots there. So check that out. And if you want to see his gaming content, he plays there all the rest of the week. And you can see replays of that over at youtube.com/at backbreaker_game, where you find content from him, Mr. PJ. See this little dude right here as I point to him on my wall, Rick Jules, and then for Weekend Cast,
Kayla J. Kayla J. We love Kayla J here.
Yes, we do. Melball,
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
What's that?
Where can they find you?
At home, minding my business.
Oh, so you want me to put your address in the information down below? So
if you're wanting to follow a Melball, you can follow her on the X thing at Collins Melball. You can follow her on everything else: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Mastodon, Blue Sky at Melball Collins. You can also find me on our local establishment's programming, Japanese Wrestling Update, with this guy over here every Friday at 8 p.m. Mountain Time. Unless it's not. And then we'll let you know on social media. But we will be doing our episode live this week. We have no wrestling going in Edmonton. So we will be doing that for you, 8 p.m. Mountain Time. You can also find me on Astra Pizarro's YouTube channel, where we do our show, Ladies Wrestling Showcase. Like I was saying it there. You okay there? He's frozen. That's okay.
No, I'm not.
We have an episode hopefully coming out very, very soon. Astrid is in the middle of her crossover for her promotion at work, for her shoot job. So we've been not trying to stress her out. We've been trying to not stress her out lately. So we will let you know when we have an episode coming out. If you're wanting to watch New Japan Wrestling, we will leave a link in the description box below. It is njpwworld.com. It is 1,250 yen. What was it? 1,250 yen, or approximately 10 Canadian. It's not 10 Canadian. It's more like 14.50 according to this guy. I just like Sean's speakers.
You can say 10 American because it is 10 American.
But he's Canadian, and we're Canadian. Oh, hello, Eddie. Whoa! That was like a triforce of like, we're not going to say that word. NJPWWorld.com. Andre, my trusted friend and colleague. Oh, God, why? Why would you do that?
Because I wanted you to suffer.
You're so mean. So mean. Why?
The ghost of Yoshihashi lives.
My no longer trusted friend and colleague. Do you have anything else to say to the beautiful people?
I just want to say thank you. If you're listening on A Plus Production, thank you so much. Check out the Facebook page. Subscribe in your podcast feed of podcast catcher of choice. We really do appreciate 3 different feeds: wrestling, sports, and entertainment. Also, if you're watching on our YouTube pages, whether it's Andre Melball Wrestling Talk or Backbreak Video, thank you so very, very much. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment down below. Don't forget to share us out, tell your friends, family, and people who have red water bottles. Yeah. And don't forget to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted every time we drop a new video.
Ding dong.
Yeah, no, I'm not opening the door.
No. It's a little dark. I'm late. Yeah. Wouldn't trust it out there.
Holy shit, it is dark now.
It is dark, yeah. That being said, I am your Melball. Over there is Andre. We will see you next time. Adios.